Hey, Vita.
Hey, Dana.
What are we doing? This is called
Sex and Politics.
And of course, you know, I'm Dana J. And this is the illustrious, world-renowned, most delicious.
I don't know why
Vita
my
Lopez.
vagina gets dry when I hear accolades.
Really, it does?
Yeah.
What if I caught you?
I'm a recluse.
What
if you call me a whore, I'd be like,
You knew what I was gonna say. You knew what I was gonna say. She's very good at that too. I got the lessons to take. Yes, but welcome back to another episode of Sex and Politics. Thank you for coming back to come see us. How was your weekend, by the way?
What day is it?
Today's Wednesday.
Oh my God.
Today's Wednesday.
Well, I was telling Dana earlier, we're human. I've been going through a depression. So I'm like, I was talking to a friend today and they told me to put an expiration date on my depression. Mm-hmm. And let me tell you what's scary about what I've been going through. Mm-hmm. Because I still been getting up. I still been getting dressed. I still been putting my makeup on. I still be going to work. I still make people laugh. I still find funny things. But I'm still depressed.
But
inside, yeah. So it's like I'm out here shucking and jiving and tap dancing and making sure everybody's good. And
you're not good.
Yeah, and it's scary because when you're depressed and like you can't get out the bed, mm-hmm. that's different than Then you're like, yes. Oh my God, I gotta work on this. I gotta move. Mm-hmm. But when you're depressed and you are moving. And you're doing life.
You're giving the world your face. And
my illusion.
And they think you're all good. But when you're alone and you're in your quiet times or in your car driving, you really feel it and it hits you, I think, the hardest.
I don't even know. No, not even that, when does it hit me? It just hits me random times when I know that I'm not doing things that I should be doing. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like it's been an ongoing. So what I've come to realize that one of the hardest things you could ever do is believe in yourself.
Yes. Facts.
And it's so easy. The easy things that are easily said and that those cliches are the most important things, but they're so cliche-ish. Mm-hmm. They're so easily said that we don't take them seriously. We don't. Yes. And it's very scary to believe that you can do what you actually want to do.
Because all the messages you get from the world, especially as Black women, to me tell you, well, first of all, you're not validated, right? The world doesn't ever validate us in a way that is uplifting like maybe other people feel. That's number one. And thank God I'm not built to where I need outside validation, but you do need support. You do need words of encouragement and positivity. And I think it's hard to find genuine people to give that to you.
You know what? I'm going to say this. When you were talking about validation, like, I'm going to be quite honest with you. With me working on the radio, I get validation. Mm-hmm. Like, I get people to say that. Not that
but do you really believe it?
I believe what they say.
Does it really hit you?
I believe, yeah. Well, it hit me today. Like, it helped me get out of a, coming forward.
That's why I say world famous, world renowned.
Yeah, like, it helped me today, but I don't look. Okay. So I was about to say I don't look for the world to validate me, but
let's be real.
I can't even go on social media because it depresses me. So, and that's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. I'm not looking for validation on social media, even though when I post, I look for my likes every 3 minutes.
So you better like this, comment, and repost.
It's like, I'm on one side. I don't need no validation. Did you like my picture?
That's the crazy thing about us, right? That's why I always say when people say, oh, I don't need nobody, that's a motherfucking lie. I need people. I need that reinforcement for those that I love. Like maybe not from everyone, but the people that I value. Like I want them to love me. I want them to pour into me. And when you don't get that, it's easier to sink, for me, into a place of darkness. Because I'm like, well, shit, the people I really care about, they're not even fucking with me, rock with me like I want to. And I'm already having self-doubt in my head.
Yeah.
So it's just like it feeds into itself, But how did you feel like you came out of it today? What kind of just made you snap?
Okay, so I felt like I'm coming out of it, because and maybe specifically a friend of mine said I need to put an expiration date on it.
I think that's good.
put an expiration date on it. You know it's happening, right? You know it's happening. It took me a while to figure out it was happening because I'm still going through the motions. I'm still inspiring people. Well, not you are. I'm still making people laugh.
And you still are inspiring.
Doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm still getting dressed. I'm still doing that.
You're still looking gorgeous.
So I didn't, I was just kind of not acknowledging the things that I weren't doing. Yeah, I'm going through the motions. But my friend said, put a date on your expiration date on your depression. Put it on there, like the milk and the bologna and the eggs and the mayonnaise. Like, put a date on it. And once I said, "Oh, okay,
that hits,"
I'm gonna put a date on it. I really am, because I'm acknowledging what's going on. So I put the date on it. The date is motherfucking tomorrow.
Okay.
So the date is tomorrow. Like, I had this conversation
today. But be gentle with yourself. Be graceful with yourself. Be kind to yourself. What?
I'm tired of being gentle with myself. I've been gentle.
You want to choke yourself out?
I've been allowing. Yes, bitch.
I choke you out.
Yes, bitch. Wake up, bitch. Wake up.
Shake yourself out of it.
Out of it. Stop being gentle with yourself. Stop saying it's okay. See? Stop saying that you good. Stop saying you're gonna do it later. No, I put the expiration date on
for tomorrow.
And it is tomorrow. I'm getting up tomorrow and I'm doing exactly what I need to do.
You're gonna go exercise.
To make myself. I'm going to. So here's the things that I stopped doing, right? And there's 3 key things I stopped doing. I was doing something on Instagram Live called Wake Up Different.
I remember, because I was on my way back from Austin and I had it on in the car with my kids and I was like, oh my God, this is so good. Just the positivity that you put out there. And it just made me think about what I needed to be doing to make me feel like that. So I've seen it a whole bunch of times.
Wake up different. Wake up different. I stopped, right? So I stopped. Then in the past 2.5 weeks, I stopped working out. So I will work out at 6:30 in the morning and my nose is running. I'm not on coke anymore. It's just running. Girl,
and I feel something in my throat. I feel something on my tonsils.
It's not a dick. It's not a dick. It's not a dick. It's not a dick.
Not for this whore today.
But that's weird though, because like when my nose runs, I was a 20-year cokehead. So
when you say that, it still blows my mind.
I'm 7 years clean. But my nose used to run all the time because of coke. But I always say it's my allergies. So when my nose runs, I'd be like, oh shit.
People might
think that I'm on that. Yeah. Okay, but back to what I was thinking about, because my brain is fogged.
Your money. Not
so money. I stopped doing Wake Up Different. I stopped doing Wake Up Different. I stopped doing that. Then I stopped working out, right?
Which is big, because
because working out, I mean, it just does. And see, I don't do a regular workout. We do affirmations. I talk to God. I see you
talking in the mirror like that to me.
Yeah. It's big for me. So when I'm working out, I'm not just like,
you're like, you got I'm in this. Here like, you're great.
I am enough. Yeah. I am powerful. Yeah. I am confident. I am a queen. I am, healthy. I am wealthy. Yeah. God wakes everybody up. Every time you wake up, you are a winner. When you wake up, you are a winner. Listen, when you wake up, you are a winner. It is your mindset that keeps you from continuously winning. Because when God wake you up, God said, I ain't done, bitch. That's how my God talks to me. Bitch. I wake up in the morning, my God said, bitch, I ain't done. And I be like, ooh, you ain't done.
Yes.
Okay, let's go. So
walk into your birthright.
I stopped doing the Wake Up Different. I stopped working out. What else? There's another thing that I stopped doing that I can't remember right now. Oh, God, my mind. Okay, help me. There's 3 things.
So you were working out. You were doing the...
I stopped walking the dogs.
And I remember watching on IG, walking the dogs, pulling you off, dragging you off. Zeus, dragging your ass, and I would be laughing.
I stopped walking the dogs. And do you know, it's so crazy because...
Now my Zeus dog is running.
My dog Zeus, he's like American Bulldog. He's huge. Zeus is huge.
Zeus will take you out. Zeus will take you out.
And it got yesterday. Zeus went to the leash and was smelling it. I remember when I used to do this shit.
Oh,
and it broke my heart, but I still didn't move
because
Zeus
You were
was
in
like,
your feelings.
I remember this shit. I remember. And he's like, what we gonna do? Like, literally, I feel like my dog is like, bitch.
Look at Zia Pia. I'm sorry, I get distracted because her dogs are just so cute.
Zia heard me talking about working out,
Look,
walking.
oh, come look.
Zia misses
Oh,
it
look
too. And
at-
not only that, so,
Look at
you know,
Zia
Zia
Pia.
walks herself. So I walk Zeus on a leash, right?
Because he needs it.
Because he's huge. She walks behind us with no leash. And she just follows us. And so many people drive by when we're walking and they smile. And they're like, oh my God, that's okay.
Because that's how I feel every time I see. That's why she's our third co-anchor over there.
Yes.
Zia Pia. Because
Say
it
something,
just it just
Say
makes
something.
you feel something, right?
Say something,
In a world where every day is like a drag for a lot of people. When you see this woman
People-
being dragged in the street by a dog,
I know that I was
or her
giving
little
people
dog.
joy.
Yes.
So I know, and that is so real because little things bring big joy, right? I know that me walking my dogs in the morning, people first of all love Zeus because he's
Huge.
he's handsome and he's exotic looking, and I always get, what kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? What kind of dog is that? Oh, he's beautiful. Like all this, you know. So when someone's driving, and they see me,
And
you know,
they're
struggling
fighting with
with
that
Zeus, and then she following us like, you know, and people literally they drive by and they be like,
I'm
yeah,
laughing
they
right
smile.
now.
Especially white women, you know, white women, you know, white people with their dogs, white people be white women like, oh my God, white guys be like, oh my God, she's so amazing.
Yes. Look at her.
Girl.
Oh my God.
So those are the three most important things that I have stopped doing.
I feel like that was therapy for you because I don't want to overlook people who are in depression, who need medication and who need therapists and who need a lot of medical intervention. But I feel like you found the interventions that worked for you, right? Like exercising, those endorphins just kind of uplifting you. Being outside, that vitamin D or not, because when you're Texas, you never know what it's going to be like outside. Kind of just
I love the
uplifted you.
cold. When it's cold, like I get some type of energy. Like I love to bundle up and show motherfuckers that I'm bout it. Like I would go when we was having like, as long as it's not ice, baby, I would put a
I'm cold just thinking about it.
I would put a hoodie on. I would put a jacket on, and I would put a sweater on Zia.
Oh,
and then Zeus, fuck Zeus. Like,
with
he's
his big
huge.
ass. His
He's
big-
huge.
Yeah.
So he don't need no coat. But we would go, and I found peace in the cold, you know, more so than I did in the heat.
Yeah, because this summertime out here will fry you. But you know what you have to do, and you're going to start tomorrow because you're going to put the expiration date on.
I put the expiration date on.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so hard. I mean, even on the way over here, I was talking to the producer, and I was just letting him know, like, I have fear. I have self-doubt. And it's just really hard to not give into that when you have to push yourself. You got to motivate yourself. You got to push yourself out of it every situation and be resourceful, you know. So that's why I think about Dylan just now and his resourceful self. Because I find
Dylan's my son. You know, and that's another reason that I'm like, I work out at 6:30 in the morning, right? Mm-hmm. And I work out at 6:30 in the morning, and I told you I yell affirmations. You know, I am affirmations, and then I also do things like, you know, when you see the finish line, you don't slow down, you go harder, you go faster, and then you know, what is the one? It's how you do anything is how you do everything. How you do anything is how you do everything.
And I go so hard in the paint.
Yeah, so I say these things because I know my son is getting dressed, and I know my son is listening, and
you're planting seeds.
I'm planting seeds, and I have literally put my son in a desert in the past 2 weeks because he hasn't been able to hear me because I've been dealing with whatever, you know?
As a moms and as people, as humans walking through the world, this is the ebb and flow, right? The ups and downs of life. And this is where we really hone our skills, sharpen our power. And I think that a lot of us are in an emotional place right now. And it's like, okay, I'm in this emotional place. How do I get out of it? And then we show our kids how to deal with stuff.
Yeah, because my son is dealing with some shit. You know what I'm saying?
We
like,
show them how to
dealing
deal with
some
stuff.
shit.
You know, so that's why no matter what I go through, no matter what kind of situation I have going on in my household, oh my God, I try to always be positive, but be real. Because I don't want my kids to feel like they always have to put on this happy face.
Right.
I don't think that's healthy, and I don't think that's normal, because no one can be happy all the time.
You're absolutely right.
You know, but I just say, no matter what you're going through, what matters is the kind of energy you bring and how you react to people, because I be like this. This is the whole saying all the time.
Okay.
You can't pay me enough to give a fuck. Like, if someone's trying to bring out the worst out of me, I try not to give in to that, because people will test you all the time. So you cannot... I won't react to something normally in a negative way, because it takes a lot for me to blow up.
Right.
And I just want my kids to have that same energy, like to just look at stuff, assess it, like, oh, they're trying me. They want to see the worst out of me. And my constant prayer is, God, help me be my best self, whatever that looks like, you know. So that's what I try to impart on my kids when I'm going through a depression, when I'm going through fights and arguments, when I'm going through financial issues. Let me just be my best self and help me be resourceful to get through this.
Yeah, I think depression is like periods. I mean, if you're a guy, you don't understand. What could the analogy be for a man? But depression is like having a period. Like, depression is not every 2 years. It's not once a year. It's not once in your life. Depression is like Monday.
It's ebbs and flows.
Depression literally can be just Monday. Like, oh shit, it's Monday.
And that's a trigger.
I'm depressed.
That's a trigger.
And then Tuesday is $2 Tuesday. So, bitch, I'm done.
What's $2 on Tuesday?
$2 Tuesday.
What's that?
All the liquor's $2.
Where?
$2.
Where is this?
Bitch, I thought you was half white.
What do you mean?
You ain't never heard of $2 Tuesday?
No, what's that? I heard of Taco Tuesday.
What?
I just I don't know what I just learned what rimming is.
What?
Rimming?
Rimming?
Yeah, isn't it called rimming? A rim job?
That's a blow job.
Oh, well, shit.
Right?
I don't know. I was reading about this Van Taylor.
Rim is just around the tip, or what is a rim job?
I'm assuming it's the butthole and you're just like kind of licking around it.
Oh, really?
A rim job.
No.
Because I was reading those text messages from our illustrious representative here in Texas, right north of us in Plano, that was having an affair with what they call the ISIS bride. I was reading
hold on. Rewind. This bitch is... She went from dick, ass, to... ISIS. She went from dick to ass to ISIS into a political. Like, what the fuck? Where we at? Okay, so where we at?
We were talking about depression and stuff, but we're gonna segue.
Let's switch sides because I don't want to give too much light to that. I'm good. We good.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure you're good.
We're gonna segue into rimming and sex and politics.
So are you sure? Because I want to Google rimming.
Okay, so I don't think rimming is ass. That's not what a rim job is.
I don't think rim.
Okay, I don't know what a rim job is.
I don't think rim job is ass.
But basically, that pops into my mind because there's this Representative Van Taylor in North Texas.
What is a rim job? Okay, hold on.
I love it. Go ahead, Google. Tell her.
Wait a minute. Go ahead, keep talking.
So talk about
Van Taylor. So Van Taylor was running for what
He's
office?
A congressman. He's currently a congressman in North Texas, and he was running, of course, to keep his job as a congressman. But
so he is our congressman.
He's not from our district. He's from a district up north. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know his district. He's in Plano.
Yeah, so that's just a congressman.
Yeah, and I think he's one of 35 Republican congressmen from the state of Texas that, of course, go to Washington, D.C. and represents us in the House, right? So he's running for re-election, and he was having an affair with this woman that they call the ISIS bride. Because her job...
Why are they calling her the ISIS bride?
Because she was married to this senior ISIS leader. And, of course,
And she's here?
And she's here. Well, she fled. She was from Syria or Turkey. And she fled with her children and relocated to North Texas. And then she opened a not-for-profit helping reprogram extremists who were members of ISIS or who were jihadists, tried to help get them to not be extreme. And while she was doing that work, she met Rep. Van Taylor, who loves rim jobs.
And you're right. So the Urban Dictionary says...
What is a rim job?
The action in which a person licks, tongues, and otherwise orally stimulates an anus.
I just learned that today. Thank you, Congressman. Thank you, Van Taylor. Because of you, I now know what a rim job is. And he's a Republican.
Why did I thought a rim job was a blow, like, around the penis?
Well, and then I'll start thinking, rim shot? Hey, dig it, dig it.
What
But she
is
wasn't talking about
what
that.
What is a rim shot?
A rim shot. Well, it's actually a musical, like bass something. But I start thinking of Erykah Badu and wondering, like, was she alluding?
I think Erykah eats ass. No disrespect, Queen.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with that.
I do.
Why you look so? She shook her head with a big old smile.
One dude I was fucking. It took me like a month to get him to actually let me eat.
And then once you let him, or once he let you,
oh, he was done.
It was a done deal.
It was a done deal.
So the lesson is let your lady eat your ass. But can you please read some of these text messages?
So wait a minute. So senator.
Oh no, just representative. So he's a representative from North Texas.
First of all, what is a representative?
So that means you're
okay. Politics.
So
part.
okay, representative. That means you're in the House. So
was he Congress?
So yes, in Congress, there's a Senate and then there's a House.
Right.
So the House has a ton more members because it's based on districts in your state. So like for instance, Jasmine
So he wasn't
Crockett,
a senator and he wasn't a congressman.
Well, he's a congressman. But representative is their official title. Like Jasmine Crockett, if she makes it to take over Eddie Bernice, she will. She's going to be Representative Jasmine Crockett from Texas 30th District. Oh. And she's going to go to Washington, D.C. to represent our district there.
Okay, so this cat represents a district in Plano.
Yes, exactly.
And he was running for re-election.
And he had to drop out because it came out he was having an affair with the ISIS bride. Is what Breitbart calls her, because I read Breitbart. Even, I read Fox News.
You got to read everybody's side.
I find it so entertaining.
Right.
It's so salacious. And I like sleaze.
Yes.
I like political sleaze.
Hello.
So here you go.
So yes. What happened? So when did this come out?
Oh, so this came out, I swear to God, it feels like a lifetime. You know that. We had elections here in Texas last week, or two Tuesdays ago. March 1st. March 1st, yeah. Right? And, that day was like the Super Bowl for me, because it was a State of the Union.
Yeah, that's her.
It was a State of the Union.
That day was a headache for me. I was like, bitch, I should have early voted. Now I gotta.
That's why I said. That's why I keep telling people.
Motherfucking line.
Yeah, that's why I keep telling people.
And then, oh my God, when I'm voting, half the people I did not fucking know, and that is anxiety on 110.
And that's because you don't want to make a bet. That's why I always say, like, literally.
I skipped it. If I didn't know who you was, I skipped it.
Well, but that's okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with that, because I have voted in Republican primaries, and I just go
you had some Republican people that you needed to vote for?
Well, no, I just go and I know I cast a ballot with nothing that I vote for nothing, like none. Because at one point,
yeah. So you say you go to Republican primaries and vote for nothing?
And vote for nothing. Well,
is that illegal?
No, it's not illegal. I called
what is the
because I want on the record that I voted, but I'm not voting for none of these motherfuckers.
Okay.
Because I don't believe in anything they're saying.
The Democratic.
Well, because there are some elections here in Texas, there are no Democrats on the ticket, because you know how we are here.
Oh, I didn't.
So I'll go and I'll put in a ballot, but I ain't voting for none of these motherfuckers, because y'all are Trumpsters and y'all believe that January 6th was the shit.
Button?
I mean,
there should be a you suck button.
I can show you where
just like this senator. I mean, this congressman that. Okay, so first of all, what's his name again?
His name, Rep. Van Taylor, and so he had some of the. I was reading like the outtakes or whatever, the text messages. Come on, Vita, you read.
So first of all, Van Taylor.
He was going to win.
He was holding office.
And he was going
for re-election.
He was incumbent. He was going to win. And then his mistress went to his opponent and said, I'm fucking your opponent, and I'm going to tell you, and all I want you to do is like just kind of cut him at the throat when y'all are having your debate. Yeah, I just want you to bring it up at the debate.
So let me ask you, what made her mad?
So she was mad because she was driving around their city and seeing billboards with him and his family smiling up, knowing all the time that she is doming him. So she was like, I can't take this anymore. I'm calling your opponent and letting her know that you are smashing this in every way. Go, read.
Okay, please. So here's some. What am I reading?
This is just a little outtake. Text messages between Joya, that's her last name, and that Breitbart got from her because she spilled
the tea.
Yeah, she started issuing interviews.
The tea.
She said, "Fuck it, you going down."
Right.
And then he also paid her She asked him for money, and he paid her.
What is she asking for money for?
For her bills, because she needed bill money. And he said, "I'll give you this $5,000, but you got to promise not to say anything." But that's not what an NDA is. So for all y'all out there, if you want someone not to say anything,
Jack Harlow is like, he raps. You know who Jack Harlow is?
Yeah, the rapper.
Yeah, he's like, shit, bitch. Everybody got an NDA.
Yeah, and I feel like Beyonce and Jay-Z are like that too. If you want to hang out with us,
oh yeah, the more exclusive stars are like, nah, we not fucking with you. No phones, no, no
and
nothing.
Sign an NDA.
Yeah, and sign an NDA.
So just because you give me,
basically, bitch, you was never here.
Yeah.
You was never here, bitch.
You
go home and dream about this shit, because bitch, you was never here.
Your memories. I was here because I got to rely on my mind.
But don't tell the media, because you was never here. Okay, so here it is. In a text message to the young lady that was reviewed by, was it Breitbart?
Breitbart.
She said, quote, hold on, wait a minute. I'm sorry. She didn't say quote. He expressed, quote, "I need a long, slow rim job." He wanted her in his asshole.
Slow and long.
Wait a minute. He said, "I need a long
and
slow." Oh my
and
God.
what blew my mind is because he's an ultra conservative Republican, right? And they be the worst ones.
He then requested
Watching Handmaid's Tale.
He then requested to her to deep throat him while you stroke my cock.
I don't like the way you look at the camera and open your mouth.
I come on your tonsils.
Oh my God. Why tonsils? Okay, Why not in your throat?
So he wanted his ass and his dick fucked with.
Yeah.
Like, that's my kind of guy.
A Rep Van Taylor. Shout out.
What's his name?
Rep Van Taylor.
Let me tell you, bitch, I'm going to vote for
this nigga. But all she got was $5,000.
I'm going to vote for this nigga.
You better not move.
I want to see him in office.
No.
Yes.
No, because he's ultra conservative. Like you wouldn't.
He's a liar.
He's a liar.
He's a liar. But wait a minute, Dana. Just because you like your butt and your
butt licked and your dick sucked.
Your butt licked and your dick sucked. Does that make...
That don't make you bad.
But can you still be conservative because you want your butt?
Absolutely.
Okay, so then why can't I vote for him?
No, I'm saying this. If you want to do all that, and that's great, you do that behind closed doors. But just like you want your motherfucking business behind closed doors and do what you want behind closed doors, don't regulate how many dildos I can have in my drawer. Goddamn it.
Ted Cruz.
I know, but that he's on the same side. It's a gang. Bang with the red, bang with the blue. If you don't know,
Ted Cruz says you can only have 6 dildos.
In the state of Texas.
He's Ted Cruz, our senator?
Oh, yeah, he's a state senator now, yeah.
Yeah, Ted Cruz is a state senator of Texas, and they have a law.
It's a law in the book, so you can only have 6.
A law.
Yeah.
A law.
In Texas. So if they come to your house.
That you can only have 6 dildos. Check our previous podcast with Goody. And
she talks about it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Your toes tickling my
I'm
back.
sorry.
I kind of liked it a little bit. I was thinking about ass and penis. I was like, but I'm saying you want to do what you want behind closed doors. Allow people to have the freedom to do what they want behind closed doors.
Right.
And then, of course, I'm going to bring it to the abortion bill and with voting rights in Texas. Like, all this stuff that you guys vote for and you espouse and you talk about, you don't even really believe it. You just want power. You know what I mean? So let people do what they want to do.
Let's not be oblivious to the fact that that's what the white man always wanted and always was about. The oppressor was about power.
Absolutely.
And, power at any means necessary. So if it's about lying, about stealing, about... cheating, about whatever, that's what they concentrate on is power.
And that's the whole thing. So that's why I found this so amusing, because then he's a current congressman. He had to drop out the race, and now someone else is going to have his seat that is even more conservative, which I find crazy because it's like you're going to the right of crazy.
I ain't gonna lie to you. If my representative, I want him to get his ass ate. I'm sorry. It's a certain type of pleasure. And I want whoever's representing me to be pleasured and to feel
so they could be relaxed while they're doing their job
and do your job and I want you to.
I just want people to do what they want to do.
I just don't want somebody representing me
that's uptight.
Never got his ass lit,
never have life experience.
Yeah,
like you trying to run people in districts,
your tonsils coming tonsils and stuff.
You trying to run these districts with thousands of people, millions of people, but you don't have no life experience. Right. Like you're dealing with all kind of different people, all different walks of life.
Right.
People who are transgendered, non-binary, straight, gay, homeless, rich, poor, and you don't even have anything outside of your own life experience to refer to, because you only hang around people that look like you. You only talk to people that think like you.
Right.
Fuck that. That's why I say I read Breitbart. I try to talk to people that don't look like me, that don't think like me. I was at Saltgrass the other day, which is a restaurant here, and this man came in there with his Trump 2024 hat on.
Okay.
2024. And he was like, is anyone sitting next to you? And I was like, no. And then he sat next to me. Then I moved over one seat. COVID. And then this lady came in, and it was like instant.
Black or white?
They were both white. But I could tell she saw his hat. And there was an instant connection.
Yeah.
Like she was like, oh yeah, is anyone sitting next to you? And then she was like, yeah, I like your hat. And I'm like, okay, just listen to them talk. But at the end of the night, do you know that we had the best conversation? With them. Me and her exchange numbers.
Yeah.
It was just so, and again, people hate Trump voters, and I'm in Texas.
I don't hate Trump voters. Because they're
a different vibe.
They're not, a lot of them are just confused, yeah, and they're just hoping and wishing and praying for
But you know why I say that we're okay with them?
I don't think they're all racist.
Because we have the emotional bandwidth to be able to deal with them. Some people don't. They don't have and that's okay if you can't deal with a Trump voter or someone who believes that Charlottesville was bad or good and bad on both sides.
You talking about tiki torches?
Yeah. Okay. Like I can't. Some people don't have the emotional bandwidth to
khakis
to say like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna give these people that support a racist a chance. Some people cannot do that because it's triggering to them.
Do you know I got bit by like 56 mosquitoes because I refused to get a tiki torch after Charlottesville?
I don't know what
I counted them. I was like, this is some bullshit. I don't know what's going on, but I need a tiki torch, but I refuse to be racist.
And I'm saying, like, it's just, so I am able to talk to these people in a way that other people aren't. And that's okay, because then it gives them something to think about and maybe may change their perspective. You made a difference? I don't give a fuck if I didn't or don't. But I try to, but whether I do or I don't care. It's just to give you another perspective, right? Because all the shit you thinking over there is really skewed, Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't want to go too deep into politics, because then I start thinking about the tax cut and all these things that people espouse that Trump did that was good. And now that meme is going on right now, when Trump said under Biden you're going to be paying $7 for gas. And my homegirl sent me screenshots from California today. They gas is
$7, like $6.89.
And I was like, girl.
But that's not Biden's fault. That's Ukraine and Russia.
It's weird. Ukraine and Russia are at war. Yeah, we just banned Russian oil. So overnight, our gas went up 31 cents because I filled up on Sunday and it was $3.76. I went to the station today. It was $4.09. I was like, oh my God. Or 31 cents. I was just like, this is crazy. And then my homegirl from California, same one. Bitch, she was like, she said, I'm coming to Texas. She said, I'm making a trip at the end of April, because she said it just doesn't make sense. Like, the cost of living here is just stupid.
Well, instead of thinking about the price of gas, I think about the war in Ukraine.
Oh my gosh.
And,
so
I'd rather be living and pay a higher price than be sheltering underground and not even knowing if I'm going to die today.
Did you see those photos of families and little kids just dead in the street? Yeah. Like, I've never seen
and I feel like high gas prices is nothing.
That's a side effect. But I feel like we can have all these different perspectives, and it's okay, because I'm not okay with the war in Ukraine. I'm not okay with children dying because Putin wants to invade Ukraine because it was once a part of Russia.
So Senator Lindsey Graham, right? Did you see Senator Lindsey
No.
Graham from South Carolina?
Of course, tell me.
So he got a talking to because he suggested that somebody in Russia killed Putin.
I did see that.
And I'm gonna go out on a limb. I don't even fuck with Senator Lindsey Graham, but and maybe certain things that you shouldn't say in public. But I agree with you, Graham,
because
I believe
Putin
somebody
is
should kill Putin. Terrorist. Somebody should kill him. And I don't believe in violence unless it's smacking a nigga.
I mean, and shitting on a nigga.
That's not violence. That's actually shitting on a nigga is not violence, baby.
What is it, Vida Loca?
Soft porn.
So I mean, I'm just saying, like, he is. But see, the thing in Ukraine started with Crimea, and that was like 2016 when he invaded another part of Ukraine, took over, and nobody says shit to his motherfucking ass. And then I think Chechnya too. There's like a bunch of places he's already invaded, and nobody says shit to him. But regardless of that, I do feel for the Ukraine people. But then I also saw all those reports of people of African descent trying to leave Ukraine, and then because of their Ukrainian first policy, them not letting people of African descent, it was a bunch of Jamaicans, it was a bunch of Africans from different countries in Africa, they wouldn't even board the trains to get to the border because of their Ukraine first policy. So it's a lot of stuff going on. But again, I could walk and chew gum, so I could feel pain for these families, these old people. I could feel pain for my African brothers and sisters that can't get out. I could be pissed off about the gas prices. I could feel all those things, and that shit is normal because I have a brain for a reason.
Right.
So it's just like, I really want our politicians here in America, no matter what state you're in, to realize that people are out here suffering. Like, release some gas prices, food prices, inflation is a motherfucker right now. My creamer just doubled. I drink coffee every day. I was mad about my creamer.
But Dana, okay, before we go, because it's almost that time. When you come from a place of not having, and come from a place of, this pisses me off because I have to pay more. Like, that's a place of not having. Because when you pull up to a gas station and you mad because it's high, it's because you mad that your wallet is going to take a toll.
But
so when you come from
like
a creamer, but hold on, and when you go to creamer and you come from a place of, I gotta pay more for my creamer. So when you come from places of not having, you will continue to not to have. And that is very important to try to understand, to reprogram yourself, because we cannot, me and you are not going to be able to stop the war in Ukraine. But what we can do is fix our mindsets to not be in poverty, and not come from a place of lack. Because when you come from a place of I don't have, you will continue to.
I agree with that wholeheartedly, right? I believe that your mindset is important, but then I also think about my brothers and sisters that's in Oak Cliff.
What about them?
And how the fact that gas prices going up by $1. Like, I remember paying.
Let me tell you something. Everybody has the opportunity to do more. Everybody. No.
I beg to differ.
Okay, well, we agree to disagree. But I believe that everybody has an opportunity to do more. Everybody is able to do something. The most successful people in the world normally, like I'm gonna use Oprah for instance, normally came from nothing, came from diversity, came from, like, oh God, adversity. No one wants me. Adversity, diversity, all that Earth-city. All the Earth City. If you ain't coming from Earth City,
then you don't know what you're talking about.
So that makes you That makes
But at the same time, I also feel that adversity can make or break you, right? I feel like there is systematic injustice and systems in place to hold people down.
Okay, but that's fine. But slavery was designed to hold us in place. And what happened?
We learned how to read.
It couldn't hold us.
But niggas don't read now.
So, no, niggas do read. Okay, bitch. Okay, bitch. I see Black Panther loud and clear. I read.
Yeah, but I have to say you're the exception to the rule.
No, I'm not the exception to the rule. No, I'm not.
I want y'all to come for me too.
I'm not the exception to the rule. That's real. It's real. Like
I agree with that.
You know what? Quite honestly, I wish that I had less, so my son could have more.
Okay, Vita. So
I wish.
And we about to leave
this
right now.
Comfort ass looking ass Brady Bunch, Cosby Show looking ass shit we got. Because I want my son to struggle.
I have this conversation. I have this conversation all the time. Because, okay, I don't like telling people that I used to live in Compton. I don't like saying that.
Why not?
And it's not because it's not because I'm ashamed in any way. It's just that people get this preconceived notion.
Are my gang signs regular?
So my brother-in-law is strict. Okay, I don't know. Well, you're a gang member. First of all, you were a gang member, right? You throwing it up wrong. It's like this. That's all you got to know.
That's not all you got to know.
That's all you got to know is this. That's all you got to know.
Size, go ahead.
So my brother-in-law is from Compton. He always says, like, my son is so soft. He says our kids are so soft because they didn't grow up fighting in the street. They didn't grow up eating peanut butter and jelly sandwiches for dinner. They didn't grow up
mayonnaise sandwich.
I mean, we used to get potted meat and ham sandwich and spam sandwich and tuna, and you hash that and put it in a pot over rice. Like, they didn't grow up with, like, we got $5. Let's get a bag of rice. Let's get some tuna.
Ramen noodles.
Or better
yet, that's fulfilling.
My favorite cheese, government cheese, the USDA brand. What you know about it?
It's not my favorite.
It is my favorite because it was so sharp. That's why I like extra sharp cheddar to this day.
Like your tongue.
It was exactly. I want to. But our kids don't know the struggle. Like, they don't know.
I want my son to struggle. Not now, but before.
What I want my son to do is get an internship.
At where?
Wait. I told him.
I want my son to see that cheese. I want my son to see that cheese. You know what?
Cheese it for me. She said, "Wick, I cannot. I want him to get an internship somewhere. I need him to." And I try not to give our kids the world, but we can't help it. Like, my son just had a birthday. We had a birthday party for him, and the amount of money he got for his birthday, I was just like, bitch, I could pay a bunch of bills with this.
Hello.
I was like, I never in my life ever got that amount of money for a birthday. And that's what makes our kids soft. And I'm just hoping that we give them the tools they need, though, to be writers. Because I feel like you're so resourceful. But Dylan is resourceful. You were so resourceful.
Yeah, his last birthday party, I got him an Airbnb, and he got a whole tattoo.
Yeah, so,
he got a whole sleeve.
I wouldn't say that's a part of the resourcefulness. I'm talking about how he was trying to find a way 16. To get out of every problem.
Who's the motherfucker that tattooed my son at 16?
I don't know.
I will snap your dick in two. Because I know you a nigga.
What if it was a woman?
No.
A woman
wouldn't come into a house full of kids and tattoo a 16-year-old. That's dick shit.
But then guess what? His mama got in the Airbnb. Where were the adult supervision?
My fault. Riding around outside trying to police who's house, thinking I knew who was outside, thinking I knew what was going on.
And didn't know what was going on inside.
Inside, because I was like, oh, I'm trying to be cool, mom. I'm gonna go. That's okay. We're getting removed. But anywho.
But yeah. So, I mean, all those things that we're saying, lack is real, but I also feel like there's a lot of people out here who have limited income, who work at Walmart, who are just trying to make their ends meet. So, and I'm not going to discount them.
So, as we end the podcast, what was the moral of the story for you?
The moral of the story for me is that people go through different shit, all levels, all over the world. And I just want to be the best person I can be, most aware and most compassionate.
Okay. And for me, the moral of the story is, make sure your congressman is getting his ass ate.
Rim job.
It makes for a better society.
Because they're more relaxed.
I got my ass ate.
You see why I love her to death?
I'm good.
She's nice and relaxed.
I run for Congress. Vote for me. A vote for me.
And she has this thing. She always talk about strippers to the poll. I think that's a brilliant idea. right? You get strippers to come out, and then that will motivate people to go vote.
Or
Love
get
it.
their ass ate.
And on that note, thank you so much for watching.
Sex and politics.
Drop some comments below. Tell us if something
You
you
ain't
want to
gotta
talk
say
about
shit.
here about. This one is
Except you get your ass ate.
She's a contrarian. Good night, y'all. See you next time.